瞬できらめく奇跡のスターチューンハート型キラリプラネットずっとずっとふわふわ浮かんでときめく想いはスターチューンキュンできて息ができないよもっともっと輝けシュリルさ今君は何してますか送信できない手のひらのメッセージこの場所から君のうちで気分がけいなこぶ離れてるのかなパジャマのまま出かけ出して発射台までダッシュしてピンクのロケットに乗って君の星まで今すぐに飛べたなら一瞬できらめく奇跡はスターチューンハート型キラリプラネットずっとずっとふわふわ浮かんでときめく想いはスターチューンキュンできて息ができないよもっともっと輝けシュリルさ月の砂漠で初デートぷかぷか天の川に浮き輪二人して並べたらなんかいい感じでポリスター波を立てる彗星の行き先を当て合いっこしたりぼらりして君と夕焼けを眺めたりロマンチック溢れちゃって大事なことは言えなくて夜の星座を見てたってまた朝が来ちゃうことぐらい知ってるけどもうちょっときらめく奇跡のスターチューン何度でも空とつながってずっとずっとほら君に会える夢でもこのままスターチューン大好きが届く時までもっともっと輝けエンドレスラ二人が愛した世界だから遠くまで歩き出せる誰も僕や君になれるわけじゃない失った輝きを二人で取り戻す渦巻いてる顔を投げた信じてみたくて不安をと抱きしめて確かなことは何もないそれでもまた冷えてゆくあなた嘘を一つ重ねる自分から逃げたくない目を閉じた一人じゃないから今もっと遠くまで歩き出せる失うことを
Hello, everyone. Welcome back again to MALT here with the 7K tournament for our apprentices here. And we're joining back to get to actually two matches here on this block. And I'm Mifa, and we're commentating with Potassium here. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Coming here to look into more of these matches, more interesting matchups. I think it's been very interesting to see how a lot of the players perform because This being one of the only 7-key tournaments that has been around, the only 7-key tournament that most of these players have ever really played in. So it's kind of good to see exactly where players stand as far as the accuracy, the consistency, all of these tournament skill sets that don't normally get tested. And we're going to see another one of these matches coming out here. I believe on stream we are seeing... we have two at the same time. I believe we're seeing Kzon versus loleur361 on stream, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, and there is another one that's going on at the same time, which is going to be Unitori versus SHABEST. Another interesting match, but this is the one that we have for now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this one has an interesting backstory, a little bit, for Kzon and loleur. Apparently Kzon is definitely the higher seed, and Kzon, I think in particularly qualifier, like some of them, like in like I believe it was hybrid and the LN. They got like a bit of top 10 for a couple of them, and loleur is, well, mostly Rice player, and he got like a top 5 in like the qualifier in stage 3, I feel. So it would be like an interesting back and forth, it seems.
Yeah, so I mean, loleur getting number 5, like you said, on stage 3, definitely looking like more of a Rice player, more comfortable with, you know, stage 1, stage 3 were some of the better stages from loleur. And yeah, Kzon, looking at those LNs, that is pretty scary. So we'll have to see. I would say, all things considered, you would expect loleur to go for more of the physically demanding maps, but there's not really too many of those in this pool in particular. So maybe this pool right now still favoring Kzon, who might have a bit of an accuracy advantage, a bit more well-roundedness when it comes to the hybrids and LNs, but there's some chances. There's definitely some chances. We have some a little bit more physically demanding maps, you know, maybe something like Terrasphere, Kimono Princess. Those ones have been maps that players have struggled a little bit more on. Penguin as well being one of those.
Ooh. Actually,
high rolls.
Both are high rolls. It's 90 and 84. And loleur, I believe, is gonna be banning literally a hybrid or LN. I just see them that as a bit of a handicap for loleur, and Kzon will probably banning their strongest. I think for loleur, I think it would, in this case, it would be like Kimono Princess.
I feel like maybe Terrasphere has been a popular ban. I'm not sure. We haven't really seen it been played much, but out of the LNs, I'm not sure which LN you would ban, because both of these two LNs kind of play fairly differently, and they both require quite a lot of comfort as far as the skill sets are concerned. Okay, Ghost in the Flower is going to be the ban. That's more of like a little bit more dense.
Banning the VTuber.
Yeah, VTuber pick as well. Other one a little bit less dense, but requires a little bit more in the ways of timing the releases. So we'll see how this one goes. It's going to be Rice 3. Okay, Kzon is concerned about maybe the accuracy, the ratio that we've seen from loleur so far in the playoffs. So Finders Keepers, I would say, is probably the most, like, ratio map, the easiest one to get, like, good accuracy, to get the high hack.
I kind of find it a teensy bit surprised that Kzon resort to like banning Finder Keepers. Like, the more physically demanding ones are the top ones. So... That
is true. Yeah, Finders Keepers is probably the least physically demanding of all of the Rice maps. But maybe
Kimono Princess.
Okay. Well, this is kind of going against what I thought. Okay, Kzon is not going for the LN at all. I would definitely think that the LN is probably a better choice here. You don't have many picks. It's still best of 7, so breakpoints are brutal. So I'm not sure about this one. I feel like it would have been a very good pick to go for the LN straight away and then take things from there. But we'll see. Maybe Kzon just has extremely strong accuracy. We've seen some absurd ratios on this map from some players.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just a matter of literally full comboing, and I mean, I guess the act comes a long way, but I guess in this case, it would have been a little bit side of caution.
Yeah, I'll be a little bit concerned though, because it's a short map, and there is big score penalties for a miss. And what I do know is that loleur has the speed to keep up with this one. Has the ability probably to FC given the stage 3 score coming out from them. And actually, out of the gates here, early accuracy lead from loleur.
This is 200 after the 99.96 on the intro. That's kind of ridiculous.
Oh, but dropping the 200 from loleur, it actually ties things right back up. And there's plenty of tricky patterns in this one. So a lot of opportunity to drop 200s here and there. But oh, Kzon dropping more in accuracy, actually hitting a little bit late on some of these patterns.
Yeah, loleur is doing actually a very good start here. Not, there's some 200s being dropped, but that's not much really. Kzon is continually hitting very late.
Yeah, loleur dropping in accuracy a little bit here and there, but the ratio looking so solid, managing every time to bring themselves back up to 99.7 once again. And Kzon dropping a little bit more down to 99.1. This is a pretty large accuracy gap.
Yeah, all of the center hits by Kzon are literally very late. So it might shift a little bit on the offset. There's a lot of 300s being dropped like consistently. Not really that much of a great boost, really.
A bit of an act drop from loleur, down to 99.5 actually now, so it closes things up a little bit, but I think, honestly, even a miss right now might not be enough, especially now Kzon dropping all the way down below 99%. Yeah. Both players with the FCs, I don't think that matters at all, though. loleur can absolutely afford a miss right now, and this is going to be a break point.
That's a break point. That's a bad decision to pick this right away because of the how 142 300s. That's like literally very insane.
Yeah, this is actually the last pick I would have expected Kzon to go for. I think it was a very strange pick, especially in hindsight. Now we look at the scores and we know, but still loleur, very strong score. 985k is definitely on the higher end of all the scores that we've seen so far on this map. So extremely strong ratio player coming out there. And that's going to be an early break point. And remember, 1st to 4 means that you can't afford too many of those. loleur gets their own pick now. Maybe another Rice pick coming out.
Yeah, I mean, I would see Terrasphere coming out after. I just assumed that would be the case because it's denser, has a lot of more double stairs, so it's probably be fine for loleur to get through that.
Yeah, I mean, double stairs are one of those weird things that it's very hard to tell whether someone is really good at them. If loleur can play the double stairs fine, I think it would be a very good pick for them. But it's hard for us to tell. There hasn't really been similar map yet. Yeah, here we go. It's being picked, so loleur feeling comfortable with it, it seems. And if that act difference that we just saw persists in this map, then I even think loleur has some breathing room here. I think loleur can afford a bit of a miss and still be okay.
This is kind of on the longer side of a Rice pick. I would say like 2.5 minutes is probably like the longest. The longest Rice pick, I would say, apart from a few buffer from like the Rice 4, I think it was a Bogatachi. And the other picks, I think Kzon would just have to steer clear from Rice 4 by any means.
Yeah, Rice 4 is definitely the pick that I believe loleur should go for after this one, when we do get to that. But for now, this is going to be Kzon trying to win a breakpoint back, trying to get back into this one. And they're going to have to raise their accuracy a little bit, at least to close the gap enough to capitalize on a miss, because it does look like loleur has the better accuracy overall. We'll have to see, though. This one, a very different map. Much lower BPM than Kimono Princess, but way denser patterning. Means that a lot of players are probably going to feel a little bit uncomfortable.
I mean, I'm just hoping that the offset issue by Kzon should be resolved, but it doesn't seem to be the case.
Yes, still hitting fairly late. It's consistently late there for Kzon, it looks like. But it's so far not resulting in any lead. Actually, loleur finding a few 200s there. It's going to result in Kzon having a little bit of an advantage.
And already increasing very rapidly for loleur.
Yeah, not going to last. We see this ratio once again from loleur is standing out. But oh, a miss!
Oh, there's a miss there. Oh god.
And that's going to be Kzon finding a lead now. Still holding strong, 99.4 just about. loleur drops below 99%, and that's another miss coming out. A third miss.
That's a really bad drop already. Like 3 drops already, so that's like over 20,000. A fourth one, actually.
or loleur not finding these patterns comfortable at all. It looks like dropping a full % of accuracy below Kzon. And with those misses as well, this is an absolute massive score difference. It's really hard to imagine a situation where loleur can even come back. It's only halfway through the map, but it does feel like this map is pretty much decided at this point already.
Yeah, it's just very hard to come back already like 4 misses. Kzon can drop like 2 misses and it would still be fine.
Yeah, Kzon can drop all the 4 misses. The accuracy difference is absolutely massive as well, and that is 2 big problems that loleur has on this one so far. But either way, it looks like Kzon is still holding the full combo. loleur finding another miss here. And yeah, that is going to basically seal it. 43,000 points. That is not achievable by loleur in such a short time here.
Yeah, I mean the map draws to a close really. I think the pick so far has been weird at best.
Yeah, both players' picks backfiring on them quite significantly now. And the lead does not stay in loleur's favor. It is going to be a breakpoint right back 1-1 with a very nice full combo from Kzon. 984k. This ACK is actually looking like, I mean, the ratio is still in favor of loleur, but the 200 count very strong in favor of Kzon.
Yeah, this is looking. I'm just not sure what to expect actually. I just didn't really get to see loleur get to have to pick with like Rise 4, and the next step would be how to win against the hybrids, which I don't think it would be the case.
Yeah, and now Kzon picks the map that I think probably suits them the best, LN1. This is the map that Kzon, as you said, you know, top 10 as far as the stage 2 score goes, while loleur did have a bit more difficulty. I think the LN maps for loleur actually did tank their seed a little bit. So the comfort definitely I would expect to be in favor of Kzon here. And some of these patterns I might expect some misses to come out as well.
Yeah, I'm just more so concerned because of how you would play LS, but given that you're actually like pressing them late, so maybe the overhold kinda still there. So I just maybe concerned about how Kzon would perform in this case.
Yeah, there are some funny releases in there that they do make a lot of sense if you're comfortable with releasing on time, but if you're not really comfortable with reading with all your finger independence, there are a few notes in there that are very easy to completely overhold, and you'll at minimum get a 50, at worst you'll get a full-on miss from them.
Yeah, buckle up because this doesn't feel like a 2-minute song. This is pretty long for if you're not really focusing.
And the swing rhythm right here, very hard to get good ratio on whatsoever, but both players doing pretty well so far at the very start. But here we're about to get into the denser sections, the ones requiring a little bit more coordination here, and loleur immediately finding the miss on the over or the underhold, it looks like there.
All over the place actually for the releases here, so yeah, very good start here for Kzon actually.
Yeah, 2 misses coming out there from loleur, and Kzon still holding the same accuracy. Didn't drop at all actually in the denser section before. So again, 1% difference in favor of Kzon as well as the FC advantage. And here we're going to get into the most dense section of the map, it feels like, for here.
Yeah, there's a few draws by Kzon, but I just think that the draws by loleur is already way too big to make up for the difference.
And there is just a couple more sections towards the end. This is the second last bit right here. loleur finding another miss there.
Oh wow. Really struggling to coordinate properly with the double LNs there.
And there is just one last section, but it does feel like this one is done almost 70,000. That was a bit of ghost tapping. Kzon's been ghost tapping a little bit during this map, and it's been making me feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Like there, what was that? How is that not a miss? That's crazy. Anyway, Solid full combo at the end of the day from Kzon. 977k with very decent AC as well. 8 200s only.
Yeah, very good, very good recovery by Kazan to make up for that mistake on the very first pick. But that's all the LNs really. That's only all hybrids, and Kazan's hybrids are also on the upper end of the qualifiers really. So it could be fine to pick any of them.
Thankfully for Lola, that was the only LN map that we're going to be seeing here, so still has a lot of opportunity. The hybrids, I think, could really go either way because Stage 5 from the qualifiers was significantly harder than anything that we have here. Way harder, not even comparable, I think. And from what we've seen, Lola struggles a little bit with the LN release. Maybe that means that there might be a little bit of struggle on something like Hybrid 3, but for the other maps, Coma in particular, there's not really too much in the ways of extremely difficult release patterning or anything like that, or coordination there. So I feel like Lola can definitely perform very well on some of the hybrids, but we'll have to get there first.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, Loller's safest next pick would be like Penguin, because there's not much of LNs in there. It's just
well, there's some tricky LNs in there. Penguin is just a wacky map in general. I would be a little I'm not sure about it. Penguin's a scary map because all the difficulty comes from like extremely jank patterns.
Well, I mean, if the jank patterns does suit him well, I would say that's probably his best bet, literally, after this pick.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see when we get to that. This is going to be the second pick coming out of Loleur. Losing the first one is a
very bad start for Loleur there.
Oh yeah, a few 200s right out the gate, but with the ratio that Loleur should have, this could close the gap pretty quickly. Kzon struggles a little bit more, down to 99.5, and yeah, we can see Loleur already recovering 99.4. This lead has shrunk almost immediately.
Yeah, Loleur's his concentration is immediately making this to close the gap already. Very good recovery there.
Yeah, and this is basically tied in the accuracy between the two right now. But we have to hold our breath a little bit because the end of this map is where we have the spiciest patterns, a bit of speed bursts in there towards the end that could definitely throw off the accuracies of either player if they're not careful. But for now, 0.03 looks like the difference between the two ratios here.
Yeah, literally the same. Oh, actually, Kzon dropped a 200 right there, so Loleur has the slight lead.
Yeah, but they'll have to hold it. Still only halfway through the map, and it is less than 1,000 points. You can see down the bottom there. And this is actually really, this ratio has to be insane from Loleur. He started at less than 98%, less than 99% at the very start of the map, all the way up to 99.7. So this is definitely a really strong ratio from them. Oh, a few 200s from Kzon on the stair.
Because the backloadedness of this chart, it really all comes down to the last 10 seconds. There's a few 200s.
Oh, 200s from Loleur. Actually, this is going towards Kzon, a little bit towards the end.
Almost tied. Literally tied right there.
Oh my god, 21 points! Oh, hold on. That's one regular 300 of difference.
This is 200! This is 200 of Kzon there! This is Core Jack here!
That's...
Oh! What? 21?
That was a 200 at the end from Loleur! Oh, no!
Oh, that was
winning it just barely.
That was stolen completely.
That was on the very last pattern, that very last trill, just slipping up a tiny bit, but these are two extremely strong FCs. I think in another match, both of these players would have won the point. Kzon making it to match point already, 3-1 now, winning a second break point. My god, that was close though.
I actually have no idea where the 200s come from. I was just assuming it was all rainbow.
Okay, Mifa, Kzon has made a blunder. Do you know why? Do you see the board right here? You know what I'm thinking?
Yeah. No! Not a Connect 4!
The Connect 4 is gone!
Oh no!
Kzon had to pick Penguin to Connect 4. It is now over.
It's Sojo. I would
It
assume.
is Jova. That is that is the last pick that Kzon is going to get. And actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure about Coma as a pick, because I was talking earlier about Lolo's accuracy. I still think Lolo has very scary accuracy. This, of all of the hybrid picks, I feel like this has the least amount of LN coordination and the most amount of ratio ability. Like, this is the ratio map of the hybrid pool, just straight up. And I feel like Lolo has such strong ratio. I would be honestly scared picking it against someone like Lolo.
Yeah, I mean, this is just basically all 1/2 snaps. There's a couple of 1/4, but they're not constituted to a stream or whatever. It's just all 1/2, almost mainly.
Yeah, so we'll see. It's a very long one as well, so its individual misses might not be enough to give any player a massive lead. It's going to come more down to accuracy. If any player can get a big accuracy lead, that's going to really decide this match.
Oh, Kzon maybe. I mean, Kzon literally blundered.
Oh,
There's no
wait,
connect.
Okay, Kzon's saying that he thought this was Hybrid 1, so what did he think was Hybrid 2? Maybe he thought Penguin was Hybrid 2. If Penguin... Oh, so he could have picked Penguin, and that would have been Connect 4. It doesn't matter. Or it actually might matter.
Oh, wait, what? 97 already with a couple
Oh,
bad
yeah, look
intros.
at the hit bar. Kzon hitting really late at the intro here. Might need to adjust the timing a little bit to try and build up the accuracy. But Lolo has not had the best of starts either, down to 99.3 compared to at least the previous maps. That is not the highest of accuracies we've seen, but nevertheless, Lolo is in the lead at the very start.
Yeah, so far, I mean, the song is just 4.5 minutes. You can just, I don't know, maybe do something else. So you're actually looking at the scores here. Alright, this is just all 1/2, so any ratio is vital for Lolo.
Yeah, you need to be farming ratio in these sections here. And it looks like both players are actually gaining accuracy quite fast as well. Kzon is already up to 99.2 after that bad start. Lolo building back up to 99.5, so decent for both players. They're not too far apart now.
Oh, there's a 5200 actually by Loleur on the trail. Right?
Here comes the LN section. This might favor Kzon a little bit from what we've seen so far, but it looks like both players so far not struggling too much on this.
Had a bit of a hand bias LNs here. Might trigger some overhauls like Loleur there. There's a 1-200 on that LN. So does Kzon actually.
Yeah, Kzon drops a little bit more as well, so down to 99.27. Overall, Loleur maintaining this lead. It's a pretty solid ACK lead so far, but we're less than halfway into the map, so it is
Wow,
gonna be
that's
hard.
a 100. It's a 100 from Loleur actually on LN.
Ooh, yeah, that's gonna close the gap a little bit, so just 0.2% difference between the two players. And it's not a very safe lead at all. I feel like a single miss could definitely change this lead around, and that section was the part that we saw L's miss on earlier today. So glad to see neither player was, you know, checking their scores during the break.
Oh, there's a bit of an overhaul by Loleur there on the LNs. Might get started to get a little bit scarier now. Kzon actually is pretty consistent actually, not much of an underhaul now.
Yeah, Kzon and Lolo both dropping in accuracy a little bit during that section, but it looks like Kzon dropping a little bit less. So the score lead is shrinking ever so slightly as we're getting later. That single hand trill goes well for both players. No big...
I'm holding my breath because these LNs are still pretty scary, even though they're not all LNs.
Yeah, these ones not too bad as far as coordination is concerned. Just need to avoid dropping some silly 200s, and both players doing fairly well on them. We can see this 0.15% lead still for Loleur as we're getting into the last third, and there are definitely some tricky patterns. There's some tricky patterns in this last part.
These ghost heads like Kzon literally made me a seizure on this.
Every player that goes taps eventually is going to have one of those moments on stream. You know that, right? Oh, dude, you can't keep getting away with this.
I mean, if you want to ghost tap, you just keep the rhythm. Like, you just don't randomly ghost tap like a stare or something.
Oh
like,
my god, that's a miss!
No. Oh no, actually.
Oh, the lead is shrinking, but it's still the accuracy lead for loleur. Maybe there's enough. No, this is definitely going over to Kzon now, and this is the outro. That was the worst place to miss right at the very end. And unless Kzon finds a miss of their own, this is looking like Kzon's win is basically guaranteed as long as they can hold the combo, but loleur finds another miss.
Oh wow, that's actually very catastrophic now. And that's it, yep. There's another one at the LN too.
Oh, and Arquin shows up in the chat to curse.
Man, that's all close. It's just literally on the very last chorus. That's where all the difference lies.
Yeah, the unfortunate misses at the end. It looked like the accuracy was in loleur's favor, but at the end of the day, Kzon just barely managing to clutch out a few of these maps. But this one could have gone either way. This is a very high-level match, given what we've seen so far from the other matches here. And congratulations, Kzon is going to move forward in the winner's bracket. loleur is going to be sent down into the loser's bracket, is going to continue their run down there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, actually, still, if you think about it, this is just literally like almost like a 4-2 scenario. Because the Rise 4 was is something else. It's still a double-digit difference.
Now, I believe we don't have much time because there is another match that's going on right now. I'm not sure if we're going to switch to it right away. Because, yeah, there is another match that's currently 1-2. And actually, it's... Yeah, it's been 3 matches played. SHABEST, I believe, is winning 2-1 for Unitori. And they have just started playing Penguin.
Started playing, yeah, absolutely. This is I suppose SHABEST would be like a lower seeded one, so it might have been an upset. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, so far in 3 maps, there's been 0 FCs in the first 3 maps. It was SHABEST winning Finders Keepers, Unitori winning Ghost in the Flower, the LN map, and then SHABEST winning Bokura no Tabi. So this, I believe, would be Unitori's pick, if anything, and it looks like, yeah, Unitori with a bit of a lead, both players finding misses though, but it is this accuracy lead for Unitori. Very strong, above 99 still.
If anything, we learned from this, actually. Now that I think about it, I think I see why there's no MCs, since there's no clear skill set on what these 2 players have, really. It's just more so on how they can take up the dense pattern, and Unitori seems to have it in the bag. I'm just not really having a good time, actually. I'm missing like left and right on some of the chord usage of the LMs.
Yeah, definitely struggling a little bit with the LN patterning in particular, and I guess that might be the story as this match progresses. Maybe SHABEST not very comfortable with LNs overall, whereas Unitori is looking like they're doing definitely well on those overall. Despite that earlier miss, seems like the accuracy is still very high for Unitori right now.
If anything, if this is Unitori's play, that's a very good call, since you would spell the other 2 hybrids would be fine, unless it was one of them are banned, of course, but still.
Yeah, I'm just going to go and assume that the LN1 was banned by SHABEST, because I feel like that just looks too obvious. Given what we've seen so far, at least. I'm not sure which one of the other maps was banned. Probably a Rice map. Maybe we see... I mean, given what was picked, I assume maybe Kimono Princess was banned. This is just me kind of guessing, though.
Yeah, this is...
Yeah, oh, there you go. See, I'm right.
300 IQ guesses. Alright. All of them got correct.
Ah, see, I'm just too good. I guessed all of them correctly. Okay, yep, so Unitori winning Ghost in a Flower and Penguin. 2 of the more LN-focused maps of the pool, whereas SHABEST has won... Oh, I was just going to say, we haven't had all 3 Rice maps, but the 3rd Rice map is being picked right now by SHABEST.
Okay. I'm a little bit a little bit concerned with how SHABEST would take this. Denser patterns are not kind of what you would expect that SHABEST can do optimally. Unitori does seem to have some clues about how the Penguin works now in this case.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I assume this is probably the relatively the worst pick of SHABEST, but it's still like the only pick they have, right? Because from what it looks like, SHABEST has very slightly better rice ratio from what we've seen, managing to win out just by a little bit on the 2 rice maps that have been played so far. And it definitely seems like SHABEST a little bit uncomfortable with some of the LNs. So this is the last rice pick left. So this is the one that SHABEST is going to have to win if they want to continue. And Unitori looking for a breakpoint, definitely.
Yeah, let's see what happens if we can keep the 0 FC streak here. Because none of them have like four no FCs, literally. So far the lead on the intro for Unitori, although they have a couple of bits of a bad intro for Unitori, but seems to be recovering pretty well. Right, some spicy bits going on with the stream-ish patterns here.
Oh, and a miss for SHABEST that's come in here in the first third of the map. Dropping in accuracy quite a lot as well, down to 99.2, whereas Unitori still holding 99.7, very strong accuracy so far.
Some early 200s by Unitori every now and then. Oh, actually double stairs kind of trapping Unitori in the corner a little bit.
Yeah, and you know what? SHABEST is actually increasing the accuracy back up. The accuracy, all things considered, is not that far apart if Unitori were to find a miss somewhere. But it does rely on Unitori finding a miss. As long as Unitori can hold the full combo, feels like this one is absolutely in their hands now.
Okay, getting a little bit scary because of how the bracketish patterns went for SHABEST right now. Some bits of 200s every now and again, and the SHABEST and Unitori really take the same damage.
Yeah, both players stabilizing now. There's not too much of the map left remaining, so this lead is staying consistent. 9,000 points in the lead, and SHABEST drops a little bit of accuracy, but so does Unitori ever so slightly. But accuracy is not enough. It has to be a miss for Unitori if SHABEST wants to stay in this. It's just not looking like it's going to happen anytime soon.
Not going to call it too early, but still quite a bit to go. And although most of the hard material in the chart is already gone now.
Yeah, just a bit of outro here. Even if there is a miss, there is just not enough time for that combo to fully capitalize there.
There's a 100. There's a very scary 100 by Unitori there, actually.
Yeah. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. Actually, the better accuracy overall, even without the miss, Unitori with the better ratio is going to take that one. Match point now for Unitori. Now, there's no LN picks left. There is hybrids, and I would say hybrid 3 should be the choice if I was Unitori.
Oh, this is... What if it actually go into like hybrid 2 immediately?
I mean, hybrid 2 would probably be more comfortable for both players. I don't think either player is that comfortable with LN looking at their scores in Ghost in the Flowers. So maybe some of the LN patterns might be dangerous for Unitori in hybrid 3. But I do think that Coma is just... I don't think a Coma is a very good pick for just anyone, really.
just a ratio. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it as a pick. I feel like if you're Unitori in this case, you really do want to be focusing on trying to win the LN because the accuracy from SHABEST is pretty good.
The first time I've seen that, we're actually going straight away even after picking.
It is a good song though, to be fair.
Somewhere not that bad of an intro. I mean, I guess in the previous match we've seen like immediate 200s being done, but Unitori seems to be have a good grasp of what the song is trying to do with the anchor.
And SHABEST actually having a really bad time of things early on here, down below 99%, but Unitori also dropping a little bit of act there, rushing a little bit. So it stays relatively close. We're still early on in the map, so hard to tell, but SHABEST finds an early miss. I was going to say, SHABEST is hitting really early so far.
Yeah, the only saving grace is that this is still very early.
Yeah, it is very early. It was before the 400 combo mark, so that means that it's not going to incur the full penalty of having a miss. But it also does mean that, I mean, with Unitori's accuracy right now, SHABEST has to rely on Unitori messing up big time somewhere in the middle of the map. And this map is more of a consistency-focused one. There is not too many places I can imagine this is happening.
Alright, one-handed bias LMs, here we go. Oh, there's a lot of 200 by SHABEST on the overholding. Not overholding, it's a little underholding.
And this accuracy lead is, yeah, the accuracy lead is just staying in favor of Unitori over time. SHABEST is not managing to recover the accuracy anymore, and it's actually dropping further. Only 8.5 now, really struggling. I mean, actually looking at it, it's just rushing. SHABEST just rushing pretty much every single pattern. That's what's making the difference.
That's a ghost time. Yeah, that's a ghost time.
Checking the accuracy during the break.
Yeah, even that's even worse. Yeah, there were already two or three drops already.
Yeah, well, more misses here. Down, looking like it's 98% flat right now for SHABEST. Whereas Unitori is staying consistent. 99.4 still is the accuracy from them.
It's just all on the accuracy of it, really. 1.4% with 3 extra drops for SHABEST, really. It's really hard to come back when you're only at 40,000 lead.
Yeah, 40,000 points. I mean, it sounds like a big lead, but it's even bigger, actually, because long maps, those points are much harder to swing either way. And yeah, over 1% accuracy lead. There was a few 200s there from Unitori on those short LNs, but nothing too significant.
Okay. Some weird ghost tapping going on. Not checking the rhythm.
Stop ghost tapping. You don't need to ghost tap on a map like this. Why do you need a ghost? This isn't an SV map. There's a clear rhythm as well in the song. Like, you just listen to the song, please.
Alright, some little bits of before we go to a repeat of the hand bias elements. Yeah, SHABEST is not doing everything, but I mean, like, the hit concentration is pretty much all over the place.
Yeah, accuracy just not working out here. Unitori, I mean, still with 99.3. As we're getting into like the outro section here, there's not too much of the map left, just these chords.
A couple of chords.
Even if there is, you know, the certain LN skin in play here, I don't think this lead is possible to come back from, and it's going to be Unitori finding the FC as long as this LN is held until the end. Yes.
Yeah. Just don't ghost tap like you would see in the right screen there. But regardless, that's a very clear victory there by Unitori there, winning by 4-2 against SHABEST.
Yeah, a couple of close maps in there. I definitely think there was potential for SHABEST to come back, but Unitori clutching it out with a few full combos towards the end. Congratulations there, winning out 4-2. 4-4 now. Hang on a second.
What is a 4-4?
But anyway, SHABEST is going to be sent down into the losers bracket. They're going to have one more opportunity to continue throughout the competition, whereas Unitori will continue on in the winners bracket. So congratulations there.
Yeah, very well fought actually.
Hang on a second.
Oh!
Wait, what's going on?
Yo!
Whoa! Rigged match.
Pretty much.
Ah,
Alright,
here
there
it
you go.
is. Okay, congratulations, Unitori.
Literally not scope. So, regardless, that was all 4-2 and 4-1 victories so far for this block.
Yeah, okay, so I guess we'll have, do we have a bit of a break now, or what's going on? I haven't looked at the schedule that closely, to be fair. But I do believe, hang on, I do believe just quickly before we go on that Unitori is versing, that match is finished, hasn't it? It's going to be Charlie's Mad Cut. Yeah, Unitori versus Charlie's Mad Cut, and SHABEST versus Maxis is happening next week in the losers bracket.
That was very spicy, especially for Charlie's Mad Cut, which I think in the previous match, Charlie's Mad Cut has really seen everything, so much of a combo gamer. So yeah, we'll see what happens with versus Unitori in this case.
Yeah, very solid players all around here. But yeah, we're going to have a bit of a break. 2 hours, it looks like. 2 hours and 20 minutes is going to be the break that we're going to have until we get into the next match there. I believe that is XL Faker versus Yellow Bad Beast.
Yeah, interesting to see how it actually pans out for both of them in the next 2 hours.
Yeah, so we will see you then. Until then, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, see you next time.